Hey guys, it is Clay, CPAP My Way, CPAPMyWay.com. Today I am here to discuss a very hot topic, and that is the noise made by travel CPAP machines. I think it's pretty well known that travel CPAPs are slightly louder than the home CPAPs. That's mostly due to the fact that you don't have all the insulation and extra sound dampening that the home CPAPs have. So in turn, you're probably going to hear the motor a little bit more. For some people, that has kind of been like a make it or break it thing. It just makes too much noise for them to sleep. And for others, they've been super surprised at how quiet they are. So in this video, I'm going to quantify that noise. We're going to compare each of the travel CPAPs on this decibel meter. We're going to set them all exactly the same at 10 centimeters of constant pressure. And we are going to use the N20 mask from ResMed because that works with all of these and it's a pretty common mask, so that we get a really solid understanding of what they all do at an exact same setting and setup. So this is the Z2, a very popular travel CPAP. This is the Transcend Micro, which is the latest from Transcend. And then this is the ResMed AirMini, which is also a super popular travel CPAP. We're gonna hook them all up exactly the same. We're gonna put them all in the same pressure, and we're gonna give you a reading of their noise level. So let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, so first up is going to be the Z2 Auto, a very popular and pretty affordable travel CPAP. We're going to use the universal connector, and on each of these we're going to use whatever muffler option they have. There isn't a muffler option for the AirMini, but for the Transcend Micro and the Z2 there is one, and we're going to use it in line just so you can get the absolute lowest decibel reading possible. So it hooks on just like that. You got your muffler here, which plugs onto a standard 15 millimeter tube. The slim tube, I should say. And then we'll hook it up to our N20 here so that we can use the same setup on all of them. So let's plug it in. I'll put on the mask and we'll see what she reads.
All right, so I wanted to give a little bit of a baseline just of room noise. And this is the decibel meter running without any CPAP running. Okay, so now we have the Z2 running at a setting of 10 here. I am breathing on it with that N20 mask I showed you. It is on inhalation jumping up to just above 60 decibels most of the time, 60, 61. And then as I'm exhaling, it's typically staying around that mid 50s. So still pretty quiet.
All right, next up is going to be our Transcend Micro. This is currently the smallest CPAP available, and it also has a nice little muffler system here that goes in line with a connector, allowing you to connect any size tubing. To keep it standard across the board, we're going to continue with a slim 15 millimeter tube, 6 feet long. That plugs on there just like that. Of course, a standard tube on the end, and we'll hook up the N20. So now we will plug this one in and take a peek at what readings we get off of it.
All right, now we've got this Transcend Micro hooked up, and it's running somewhere between upper 40s to mid 50s. On inhalations, jumping up to about that 55 decibel, and on my exhale, we're lower down, like 46, 47 decibels. So it is a little bit quieter than the Z2.
All right, last up is going to be our AirMini here. This is a very popular travel CPAP made by ResMed. Obviously, ResMed is a leader in the sleep world, so it is super popular. It does require that specific tube, which is also 15 millimeter and 6 feet long, so it should give us a pretty honest demo on it. It has the very unique connector that allows the N20 connect, so we do have to take the small tube off the front of that N20 and hook the AirMini tube directly to it. So we will fire this one up here as well and see how this one reads.
All right, so we've got our AirMini hooked up here and running at a setting of 10 as well on that N20 mask. It is hanging between lower 40s and lower 50s. On exhalation, I'm getting down to that like 41, 42. On inhalation, when the machine ramps up a little bit, we're hitting like 51, 52. You can even hear a little bit of the background noise from the office, a couple offices over top of the machine running. So it is a very quiet model.
All right, so that was some pretty cool information. Obviously, as you saw in the video, the Z2 was creating the most amount of noise with the decibel meter placed right beside it, followed by the Transcend and AirMini, which were pretty close together. The AirMini edged out the Transcend just a little bit, the Micro here, on sound level. I'll also tell you that it was very important, and it's not in this video, I'll probably put it in maybe a separate video, that you use the muffler for the Z2 or the Micro. It actually decreased the decibel level just in me messing around with it quite a bit when I used it with and without the little muffler that's built to go with those two. The AirMini also didn't have a muffler system. I don't think there is one for it, but it still was the quietest. So really cool information. Of course, if you liked it, we really appreciate the thumbs up, and subscribe for more info. Comment with any experience or questions that I might could expand on for you. Thanks for watching.